structure or chemical structure. Chemically, it consists of cellulose in young cell and thickness when lignin is added in older cells. The 7, we can see it by light microscope. This is about cell wall. This is about cell wall. It exists only on plant cells. It's an outer thick and thick rigid. It covers the plasma membrane which lies inside. Its importance in protection and support the plasma membrane and cytoplasm. It has 3 layers: middle lamella, primary wall, and secondary wall. Chemically consists of cellulose in young cell and thickness when lignin is added in older cell. We can see it by light microscope. And now about the plasma membrane. Exists in eukaryotic cell. And prokaryotic. And it's thin. It exists in eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic. The second thing, it is thin or 2. It's flexible. It's flexible, thin, and fluid membrane. Sorry for this. And third, covers the cytoplasm. Cover the cytoplasm and their contents. Number 4, it's important for exchange material between the cell and their environment. And number 5 consists of 2. It consists of 2 thin layers. What about chemically? Chemically consists of phospholipids, It's chemically consists of phospholipids with hydrophilic and hydrophobic. The two layers separated with two layer that's separated by proteins particles. We can see it's composed of phospholipids with proteins. What about the number 7? It can see by the light microscope. This is cannot see by light microscope, only by electron microscope. This is about the compare between cell wall and plasma membrane. As we say that, and this is a plant cell, and this oval shape of animal cells, which composed of or is surrounded the cell by the thick one. We called it cell wall, composed of three layers, primary and secondary wall, and the middle lamella, and then the plasma membrane, this is a plasma membrane. The thickness of the cell wall make us we just simply seeing it under the light microscope, it can give it, and the function or importance of this wall for protection and support the cytoplasm and cell membrane because it's thin, while it's thick. What about the cell membrane? It's composed of two thin layers. We cannot see in the light microscope. Just by the electron microscope we can observe it or see it. This is around the cytoplasm, and chemically it's composed of cellulose. When we mature cell, it will be covered with lignin, and this is composed of phospholipids or lipids with phospholipids that hydrophobic and hydrophilic with particles of proteins. The cell membrane, we can draw it. It's very important drawing in the ministry examination. We can draw it as we do now, just like spherical or like balls. These structures, This is hydrophilic water, because it make the solvent compounds or materials enter with water to inside the cell, while this hydrophobic, this hate the water that is just release it from the inside of the cell. When we say it is composed of two layers, and now this is the protein as 11 number in Arabic or English, no problem. This is particle or protein particles. This is particles for carriers. We call protein carriers that make the materials passes through the cell or through the cell membrane to be enter the cell. And then this is hydrophilic, and this hydrophobic, and this is another one. Another side have the same thing. And what about these protein carriers? We just find look like number 7 in Arabic. It's open all what it have to make the particles just inside it, passes inside it or enter inside it. Another phospholipids particles, hydrophilic and hydro. And then the protein carriers as look like number 8 in Arabic numbers, and then draw the another hydrophobic, another. This is about it. This is a drawing. It's very important in ministry examination. You must focus in it because it have 1 year that give 8 degree for it. They give it 8 degrees, large number of degrees or market to it. And this is the plasma membrane. And this is phospholipids, and this is the protein carriers. And we say that it's phospholipids. This is as they draw inside it. The movement now it's look like a canal. This is look like a canal, number 11 in this normal situation, and we just open with a large things to make the things that inside it, or to let the particles just enter from outside to inside, and then it will be closed at the tips point or epic point, and make this material just open, move to inside of the cell. This is movement of protein particles that we said before. Thank you very much for your attention, and goodbye.